Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back as promised with the tarot tag. This was created by Dawn Michelle with Boho Tarot, and it is your favorites, forevers, and forgottens. I had to limit this to 6 cards per category, and even then it was hard because some of them kind of fit in, if not at least 2, then all 3 of them. And I might do a part 2 and feature my other decks. I don't know. Let me know what you think if you want to see them. But let's get started with this one. In my favorites, this should come as no surprise, my Ritual Abuse Tarot. For anybody just joining my channel, this is a deck that a gentleman paid tribute to the artist of the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books, and I loved the books in middle school. I always took them out in my school library, so this deck is pure nostalgia for me. It reads so well. I love the images, I really do. I love the creepy, freaky vibe, and especially coming up, starting actually the last day of September, Slaughterland starts up, and I will be reading tarot for the local haunted attraction every Friday and Saturday from the last day in September until the last weekend in October. So excited. I am thinking about using this as one of my decks. Another favorite is my Deviant Moon Tarot. As creepy and as dark as the images in that last deck are, this is the deck that I call my creepy little deck. This did not come with a guidebook. In fact, it just came with a plain white tuck box, and I made copies of some of the cards in the backs and dressed the box up. This one just has a simple white guidebook, a couple spreads I believe, but here are the backs of these. And I love this deck for, it's got a good masculine vibe to it, so it reads well for male clients who come to my table and ask for readings. Sorry, music in the background. I love the characters. It's just so different, and I am drawn to the darker, creepier decks. It's very traditional in style, and so it makes it very easy to read. It is very straightforward with its readings. It's not gentle. It's a little gentle, but I don't want to word it. It definitely will slap you in the face with messages and tell you what's up, tell you what you need to know. Sometimes it's gentle, sometimes it's not. And I think that's the biggest reason why it's in my favorites, because the readings are incredibly accurate. The next one, let's do this. The next one is an oracle. It's my Halloween oracle, and oh, that's in here, isn't it? I just realized I might be missing a deck that should be included. I don't know where it is. Anyway, the Halloween oracle is huge. It's got a decent guidebook, a couple spreads, and I actually, if I can hold it out, put this Happy Halloween ribbon attached to it so I could hold my page if I wanted to. These are the backs, and you see how big they're, almost as big as my hand here. But I love the vintage vibe. It has quite a few different skulls in it. again, this is, even though it's a darker deck, I will read with this one year round because Halloween for me is not a holiday, it's a way of life. And the images are just so beautiful and so gentle. There we go. It's not easy getting it to focus and not glare at the same time. But yeah, absolutely beautiful deck. There's another skull. Yeah, absolutely love this deck. Oh. Tripod malfunction. Okay. Next is let's go with sorry. My Dark Mansion Tarot. And this is in my favorites for so many reasons. From the amazing cardstock, the black edges, the incredible borders and imagery, and the style. It's very Victorian era. It is your Corpse Bride meets Nightmare Before Christmas, and just like all of the Tim Burton cartoon movies, and I love it. This deck is, I would say it's a soul deck. It's beautiful. It reads like a dream. So I am definitely going to be reading with this more come October. I cannot wait to see how it reads at Slaughterland. Okay, next. I almost don't know which one to feature next. I'm kind of going in order from least to favorite. I'm missing my Halloween Tarot. That is what I'm missing. We'll go with this. This is my Everyday Witch Tarot, and this is the deck that I would reach for in a fire. This one is beautiful. It's borderless. I love borderless decks. The images are so simple to read. You know, there's almost no question as far as what the card is about or what the meaning is, because it's right there in the cards. And I don't care for this card stock, so I've actually, I don't know, tell a little bit, I've actually laminated these so it preserves them, because I love this deck so much, but I did not want to have to keep buying copies after copy after copy, you know, and because the cardstocks are so flimsy, it would easily bend or bow, rip. So yeah, I love the whimsical nature, and I mean, look at the backs, they're so cute. You know what, I think I will do a part 2 and feature the other ones, because I have some ghost themed, and like I said, my Halloween Tarot, which I'm kind of sad for some reason it got put out of the pile. The last one, my favorite, is my new Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. This is a version of a traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. Rider-Waite is the system of tarot that like 95 to 98% of systems of tarot decks are based off of, clones and copies and things like that. And I have a copy, but it is not borderless, and I laminated it too. They're bright bold colors, but I didn't mesh with it. I very rarely read with it. In fact, it should be in my forgotten pile. But part 2. Anyway, these are the backs, nice and shiny, and I think that's another thing I love. This is like Oracle card stock. oracle cardstock in a tarot deck, and that's almost unheard of. It's not flimsy. The images are, I'm sorry, I love the, as I said, the borderless, but it's got like a darker, dirty grunge feel to it. They kind of look worn and old, and I love it. But they are traditional tarot images, so it is very easy to read. And I did practice readings with this on my Facebook page, and I can't believe the feedback that I got. I had so many spot-ons and accurates, and you know, I was just blown away. And I even had my friend Angela Cook, who has her own channel, go check her out. She said she was, oh, Angela, how'd you word it? Was it floored? Not floored. I don't remember now. Anyway, she couldn't believe it. She was amazed by my accuracy with this deck. I was amazed. It's a darker deck. It's definitely a great one for shadow work. It touched on some hardcore issues, and told it like it was. It doesn't really give you a pat on the back. It's definitely smack you in the face. This is what's going on. This is what you got to do. But I think that's awesome. You know, we all need that, and that's one thing that tarot is good for. You know, when we can't see what's going on, it provides insight. So, all right, that was my favorites, my forevers. This one, my everyday witch. This one, and this one can go in that next category. Because I'll never get rid of them. Obviously, they're my favorites. The first one is the Guardian Tarot. I fell in love with, wait a minute. Okay, wrong pile. This can also go in my forevers, but it's also forgotten. Let's do the forevers. Alright, so the first one in my forevers, my real forevers, is my Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle. And what's really neat about this is there's actually book series about, or like following the same storyline and stuff. And I was able to check the books down. So now I have the Oracle deck and the books. Beautiful backs. This is a darker Oracle. Same basic style as the Halloween Oracle, in the imagery style, almost like real pictures, but not at the same time. Where can I put this so it will, there we go. Of course, it reads right underneath the glare. This is another beautiful one for shadow work, but it's gentler because it's an oracle. Aren't these images amazing? I love it. I love it so much. So beautiful. This is the deck that I would take to a cemetery and read. And I did just buy a new Oracle deck today. So after I have another tarot tag that I'll do in a couple days, and then I'll do my walkthrough of my new Oracle. I'm pretty sure it's one that came out this year. I'm so excited. But anyway, another favorite is my Zombie Tarot. It is so fun. It is 1950s vibe, and I actually added this cemetery ribbon to lift the cards out. Now this deck I modified, and I absolutely love how it turned out. Here is the guidebook. It's in the style of a ration book, and in the back is that it does have some tarot spreads, but in the back it's got like bite proof Under Armour, so like little ads. There's get your own trained zombie, survival lessons, zombie gone. What's that one? The change, get rid of horrid dead spots, the self-defense lessons. So it's really, really fun. It's a cheeky deck. So this deck was, here are the backs. This deck had white borders, so I edged it in red, and it had super clean card, like the fronts were super clean. So I took the same red marker that I edged it with, and I like put the marker over my fingertip and made bloody fingerprints on the cards. It's a zombie deck. It should not be clean. And I've gotten a lot of compliments on my modification. I have seen this deck edged in black, and while I liked the look that it gave the front of the cards, it didn't match the backs. I didn't like the black on black. I think the red fits better. And when I looked up zombie tarot modifications, I didn't see it in red. So, I mean, if anybody wants to copy my idea, go right ahead. But it was nice that it was was or will be uniquely mine, you know. So let's see. There is one card in here. I've got to show you my favorite. Pretty sure I didn't pass it. Here's one. This is the Wheel of Fortune. There's one deck in here that I absolutely love. This deck gives amazing readings. This deck is very fun and whimsical, to the point, and it definitely touches on harder subjects too, but you're not going to walk away feeling like, oh crap. You know, you're going to walk away feeling good, because it will, you know, offer advice and how to deal with, oh, I'm not going to be able to find it. Shoot. Maybe another time, I guess. But it's a fantastic deck, and it's a fun deck. And Slaughterland was previously Slava's Zombie Circus. So I bought this deck for the Zombie Circus. But now we're Slaughterland, but it still fits, I think. The next one in my forevers is my Wild Unknown Tarot. Now this thing is, look at this, massive. Nice magnetic clasp with the deck inside, the book. Oh, let me, nice book. Now I love this deck. It's, again, always accurate. It's great for male clients who want readings. Nice ribbon pull out, but it's very non-traditional tarot deck, and I actually had to write keywords and the number. I can't read numerals, and that's a problem, because most decks out there are a numeral number. Don't know what I'm hearing over there. This deck is another incredible one. The messages it delivers are always spot on. Oops. But they are fun, and I actually bought its, I guess you'd call it a sister deck. It's an oracle, and I can't read with that at all. I just did not mesh with it at all. It's a deck that, because it's all animal, I know if I try to read with it with clients, they would probably ask, you know, what the association with the keyword of the animal is. and I don't know, and I don't like, I don't know, I don't like having to consult my guidebook when I'm reading for clients. I just feel that's not all that professional. And it's a full, well, no, it's an, Oracle cards have less cards than Tarot, but it's still a lot. It would be a lot of trying to memorize all those animals. Next is my Shadowscapes Tarot. I had this a few times in my collection. I'm not letting it go again. I've traded it more than once. Isn't that beautiful? This guidebook is massive. And full, once you get past like about the cards and how to read it, full page dedicated to the card in like pencil, and then the other side is about the card. Absolutely stunning. And then I actually altered, like I put this paper in because it just matched that like fairy in the garden vibe. This deck is a favorite. It is a forever, and it is also a forgotten. I don't read with this deck very much because these are the backs. Because it is a very busy deck. Very busy. There's so much going on, so much little detail, and it's almost, it's overwhelming and almost hard to read with. There is a Czech version that is larger, that I've heard is easier to read, but I can't read Czech, so the cards are easy to read, not necessarily the words, because the words are in Czech. But I even went through and trimmed. It had borders and sharper edges, and I went through and trimmed it, and I was hoping that the work that I put into it would help me bond with the deck, but it didn't really, and I think I'm just too intimidated, and I'm not giving myself enough time to, or not enough time, I'm not giving myself the opportunity, rather, to work with the deck, because I just shove it to the side every time. So I really need to just, like, maybe take a month and only read with this deck. It just hasn't happened yet. But it's so beautiful. So beautiful. The death, I don't know if I've passed it yet or not, where it is in here, but the death card is a phoenix. I absolutely love that. That's a perfect depiction. Two more in this category. So we've got the Wonderland Tarot. Again, nice big box. Same type of guidebook. I actually altered that. He was on a different part of the packaging, and so I cut out the Cheshire Cat head and attached it there, and then added this other bold contrasting pattern to the other side, to the inside. It just seemed like it fit. And look at this Chunky Monkey guidebook. Isn't that amazing? Now what's cool about this is these are in color, and there's notes. Isn't that cool? It's amazing. I have ribbons in my boxes so that I can easily get the cards out. So these are the backs, and you can read it. It says "Drink Me." And I love the vibrant colors. Sorry for the glare. Let's see. I love the vibrant colors. I love that it's borderless. It's very Rider Waite, so super traditional and easy to read. And it's fun, and it's whimsical, and its readings are always spot on and amazing. And it's Alice in Wonderland. Like, how do you not love that, right? How could you not? It's so fun. Absolutely love it. So bold and vibrant and pretty, and love it. Okay, last one in my favorites. Or my forevers, sorry. Is my Vivid Journey Tarot. Yeah, another one with an amazing box. Fun inside. Really good guidebook. Let me get that. Okay. So this one has smaller, full, like, color images and then about the card, which I think is really nice. I like it when there's images with it and then it's not just all words. Words kind of put me to sleep. I like the visual as well. These are the backs, really pretty purple. And we're upside down, sorry about that. Now this one, I love the cartoon. Oh, I'm sorry. I love the cartoon style of this deck. It makes it super light. If there's anybody who is kind of interested in tarot but is afraid of some of like the harsher images or the scarier cards, this deck isn't scary. It's light and it's nice and it would read like a friend. It's gentle. It's going to say, hey, this is what you need to do, but you know, just kind of stroking the hair or rubbing the back at the same time. It's a comfort deck. Absolutely provides comfort. So that is my forevers pile. Now for my forgottens. Now I can add the Guardian Tarot. This one, for the box, isn't that neat? It's got a cute little guidebook. And it's really good size. Even though it's a tarot deck, its cardstock is more oracle. It's glossy. Not a lot of tarot decks are. It's got an incredible cardstock, super thick. The images are these guardians, hence the name Guardian Tarot, are tree people. And I know it would probably throw some people off because they don't really have eyes. But I love them. I fell in love with this deck when I saw it. I had to have it, and I don't ever read with it. I think I'm intimidated by it because it's more non-traditional, as far as it doesn't really follow the Rider-Waite system, and I have a hard time with that. Even though I am an intuitive tarot reader anyway, so that really shouldn't matter. I just need to get over my fear and start reading with it. Maybe, like with the Shadowscapes, just take a month and read with this one alone. Because I absolutely love it. Some of the images are really cool, really beautiful, and there are some scary ones in here. Let's see if I can find... Oh, this is a beautiful one. Look at the sun. Isn't that pretty? I love the style. And she's so happy. I want to try to find this is 10 of Swords. Fragmented, broken. It's sad. It's definitely got like a sad notation to it. This is a freaky one. And the death, the devil and the death are interesting too. Get that one. So pretty, so happy. I don't know, am I weird for thinking these eyeless tree people are pretty? Probably. Here's another pretty one. Like reflection, looking in the bowl, and I love the moons. Here's one playing an instrument. I love the butterfly in the chest too, and around it. I don't know where they are. Okay, so here's the devil. I found one. That face hiding behind the beautiful flowers, like laying in wait. There's just something so like, I don't know what a good word for it is, like hauntingly beautiful. Another one is my Spirit Within Tarot. I used this deck for a while when I first bought it, and then just that stopped. I don't know. I think it's just, you know, I got other decks and just read with them, and this one just got put to the wayside. Again, these aren't decks that I don't love. They're just others that I reach for more. These are the backs. And what's really cool about this is all of the characters are silhouettes. So there's no stereotyping. There's no like questions of, or not questions, but what do I want to put it, like, I can't think of the word now. It'll come to me. But I love it because it's like an open book. You know, it really allows the reader to go into the card and they can picture themselves that person, because there aren't all white people or, you know, people of color or people with different nationalities. Like, anybody can be these, and I love that. I absolutely love that. And it's very Rider-Waite in traditional style with its own little twist here and there. So it's very easy to read, and it gives accurate readings and messages. I love the muted colors too. They pop with the black silhouettes, but they're subtle also. Another Forgotten. Now, this is interesting. This is the Wonderland Tarot. Even though I absolutely love the other Tarot in Wonderland, this one, I mean, it's cute. It's got a cute little tin. There's a thing here that is written backwards, so you have to like put a mirror to read it, which I think is really cool. And it's got just a basic white guidebook. Now the suits were changed, so I actually had to write it down to help me memorize. So oysters are pentacles, peppermills are wands, hats are cups, and flamingos are swords. We've got really pretty backs. And I actually do like that these cards have the actual playing card association. Because eventually someday I do want to learn to read tarot like with actual playing cards, because you can actually do that, and I think it's really interesting. But I just don't, I guess I'm intimidated by this deck too, because it's so different, and I just sort of put it to the wayside. Maybe I should make a list of decks to spend and just go through, assign a deck to a month, and just commit to only reading with that deck. I have debated giving this one away. For some reason, I can't. So it kind of fits in my forevers also. Just because in the back of my mind, I always have that, oh, I'll learn to read with it someday. You know? But I mean, they're very whimsical. Alright, I'm going to stop there with that one, because I have 3 more decks in my Forgottens. Next one is my Witch's Wisdom Oracle. I love this deck. It's a forever also, and a favorite, and yet at the same time I don't read with it either. So this is one that fits in all 3 categories. So here are the backs. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that. It's got gorgeous silver gilded edges. This is an oracle deck, so larger cards and good card stock with these images. I just fell in love with the images. I don't know if it's because I don't know much about the Wiccan, pagan, slash witchy, not community, that's not the right word, but practices and traditions and beliefs and things like that. That's why I can't connect to it, but I'm drawn to it so much that I just can't get rid of this deck. I never will. Isn't that stunning? I absolutely love these cards. I love how the borders are oval too. I almost don't notice the borders because of that, and they're really pretty. And it's purple. I'm a purple person. I mean, wearing purple today. So that's probably another factor as to why I'm so drawn to the deck. And the next one, well actually the next 2 are Lenormand. These are completely different systems. And this one, it's like a shelf that pulls out this way. I keep a little quartz crystal with this one, and I put this paper on the inside, and you'll see why. This was got a garden vibe to it. Really good guidebook with spreads. These are so cute. These are the backs. And I actually edged these in brown. It just makes the deck. It really does. Now, Lenormand, I know a little bit of how to read, but it is very different. Very, very different. It takes time to learn the full system and how to read it accurately. Sorry. Aren't they gorgeous? Yeah, I love it, tarot reader. I love how cute they are and compact, and I love the garden vibe. This is definitely one to take and do readings in a park or like community garden type of thing, maybe even. And my next deck is also a Lenormand, and it's also an oracle, but it's not to be read. This is a makeshift box. I'm changing it. It says right in there you can read with it like a regular oracle deck versus Lenormand. So it's called the Lunar Nomad Oracle, and here is a nice guidebook. Look at the size of these. I can barely even hold them. They are huge. I don't think well, I think I own another deck this big, but they're taller and slimmer than this. This is like my widest deck. But I am so drawn to the vintage style of this and the artwork. And I don't know, this is another one that like I love and it gives great readings, but I just seem to, I never reach for it. And thus it ended up in the back of my shelves, my tarot shelf, and I reach for others more. So the images are so cool. Alright guys, I think I'm going to stop here. That is the end of this very long video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Give this video a like and I will see you later. Bye!